Hey guys, this is Comic Ken, and I was just scrolling through basically Image Comics. I was scrolling through their website and I was wondering, like, where is the new talent? Like, where are the new creators being raised up from a beginner or raised up from like that scrappy young creator who's just trying to make their first mark in the comic industry and being published through Image to give them a shot. Because when I scroll through all of the comics that are currently published at Image, all of it is by creators that are already proven talents. People that have been in the industry for years that you can basically call them mainstays. Like James Tinian the fourth, I think. You got Tim Seeley, you got Robert Kirkman, of course. You got Brian K. Vaughan, who was a writer on Lost. And Lost was like maybe 20 years ago at this point. And then like you got all of these creators, Spawn, you got what, Criminal, and that's by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Like, these guys have been in the industry for years and years and years. And it's like, okay, who's the new talent? Like, who's the new people like creating stuff these days? Because there's way more than just these guys making stuff. But I don't see any of them represented anymore. Like, or like at all. Um, it's like there's nothing new. There's no chance for anything new to be created because everything is being created by like 40 and 50-year-olds. So what is there being made to appeal to a younger audience or an audience that would like to pay for their stuff or buy Image Comics? All of it is being catered to like older people. And it's like where's the stuff for us? Like how is it going to adapt to today's market? Like where are the younger talents being cultivated and brought up and made to be full-time creators? um and all of that is non-existent. um and the way I heard one creator like describe it is that they basically got into the industry or they got into Image Comics, and then they climbed the ladder into Image Comics. They finally got there, and then they pulled it up. They pulled up the ladder so that nobody else could could try to get on it. So there's no open hand to reach out to younger creators who want to try to make it in the industry or who want to try to make comics published through Image. All their submissions probably aren't even open in that way to where you could be like, hey, I want to make a comic for you, Image, like will you hire me? Is your name Rick Remender? No. Okay, then fuck off, get lost, we don't want you. Like, if your name's not Rick Remender or Jason Aaron or or who else, if your name isn't that, then you're not allowed. Like, you're not going to be able to make stories for us. You're not allowed. um and that's just the that's just how it is, man. Like, that's the reason why all these even creators, like even my friends like Nick Patera, have to make like a YouTube channel so that we can get our names out there, because the industry is so sick, or it's so weak, that it's not even able to promote people properly. So like, we're not even able to get in the industry and have proper promotion for our books. Even if you're there or you've been there for a while, you have to get on YouTube and do the whole song and dance and get people to pay attention to you. Like, hey, I'm making a comic book. Look at me. And I'm not saying that my book, I'm not saying that Air Rider is going to be the face of Image or whatever. I'm not saying that it's even quality enough to be published there. but it's something. It's a start. You know what I mean? And it's just that it's like the infrastructure isn't there to support um newer creators coming into the industry, or even being encouraged to start making their mark in the industry. Like, you have to just do your own webcomic. You have to do your own thing on your by yourself, and hope it gets enough likes online on social media for people to take notice of you. Like, you won't even get an agent or anything unless you have a certain amount of followers online. You have to have like maybe 50,000 for them to even consider putting you on their like list of people to represent. And it's not like that in Japan. Um and I'm wondering why. Like, why can't we do an apprenticeship like that, like they have in Japan, where in Japan they have like 14 and 15-year-olds that are signing up for manga contests and manga, like, competitions, and winning awards or losing awards. And like, they have the infrastructure there to be able to hire young talent and see what they're made of, and have them test their skills out in different competition spaces. And they have multiple of those. Like, they have the like, let's say, the Hop Step Award, or they have like Akamaru Jump, where you can publish like amateur works and see if it can gain an audience um that's big enough to support more of your work. Like, when they find a young talent that's uh willing to put in the effort to create a new comic, a new work, they assign an editor to that person so that they can actually develop and cultivate and bring up that talent through the industry, so that they can um finally capitalize on their work. And we just don't have that apprenticeship system in America. It's very haphazard and slapdash, and most people that get into comics quit anyway because they're not that dedicated to it. They just don't have that same fire. And and it's not for lack of trying, but it's also because in Japan the apparent rewards of making manga are front and center. You can get an anime made. You can get a video game made out of that. You can get movies made. You can get merchandise made. There's so much upside to creating a hit manga series, that if you were able to sacrifice your life for the next 4 to 5 years and create something that can get an anime, that has that ability to get an anime, then you could be set for the rest of your life. Whereas in comics, even if you made a monthly series that is a hit for the entire run, or for the majority of its run, that could be 15 years of grinding hard work, only for uh it to not even be a hit later on down the line. Or it would take another 10 years for it to actually create an anime out of it, or animation, or any type of related media to the work that you made. And even that might be poorly received, or not uh, well animated, because of the, let's say, the animators working on the show. And I'm partially talking about Invincible here. So yeah, um, there would be days where I would be like, I can't wait for this thing to be animated because it looks so beautiful in here. It already feels like it's animated in the comic book itself. And then you get to the animation and it's just like, oh, well, maybe better luck next time, you know? But that's just how it goes sometimes. And it's unfortunate that we don't have that type of system in America, and that's why so many Americans are just eager to go over to overseas to Japan or try to succeed in their industry, because they're like, oh, the upside over there is so much higher than over here that I want to try to go take my chances in the anime industry rather than trying to make something over here. And I think the only equalizer, the only thing that we have that can give ourselves that chance over here is social media and stuff like YouTube and Instagram, and trying to get big on those platforms so that you can garner an audience and find people who are willing to pay for you to make more of the thing that you're creating. Um, and we just can't rely on the industry as we used to. Like, you used to be able to make millions in making comics. Like, you used to be able to put all your time and energy and effort into making a really, really dope comic, and then it would get marketed, and people would buy it and be like, wow, this is some really good stuff. But nowadays it's like the whole game has changed, and you either adapt or die. It's simple as that. um but yeah, that's my thoughts for the day. I'm currently making a comic right now called Saintly. It's a demon chase horror story about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. And it's gonna be my next attempt at telling a really solid comic story, and I hope you guys enjoy it when it finally drops. Nearly done with the inks of the story. I've finished all the pages. It's 31 pages, and I will give you guys a preview at the link in my description. Everyone on my email list gets to see it first, and everyone who's not there will get to see it when it drops. So, yeah, I'm currently working on that, and I'll have more for you in the future. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.